For the last 6 months, Lin Tianci has been living here in his small seaside shack with his 92-year-old mother. The rest of his family, his wife, children and grandchildren have had to seek shelter elsewhere. The home they all once shared, destroyed in a massive earthquake in April.
地震对我们家庭的破坏啊，那个破坏真的，其实我觉得是只有10几秒钟的时间就咵一声就全部一辈子的那个努力啊，你的那个资产变成这样了。
Lin and his family lived on the top floor of this building. It became unstable after its bottom floor caved in during the 7.2 quake in April, the strongest to hit Taiwan in 25 years. One resident died, scores were injured, and more than 100 displaced when it had to be demolished. The Uranus building stood here in the centre of Hualien for nearly 40 years. Its 10 stories were home to 70 families, some of which ran businesses on the bottom floor. 6 months after that deadly quake, it now looks like this, an empty plot of land waiting redevelopment. There are now several empty plots just like it in this neighbourhood that lies right on a fault line. All of them had buildings on them which had to be demolished after they were made unsafe by the earthquake. The occupants were forced to relocate, leaving behind a ghost town.
地动了，咱花莲的所有的店家呢，开店的人嘛，生意拢一落千丈，永远无饭啦，敢若做无够工钱，安尼店的足侪拢有收起来啊。
Damaged roads and railways have left this city's tourism-based economy in tatters. And while the local government spearheads efforts to rebuild, thousands of displaced residents are still relying on charity and subsidies.
那后续的话，也提供租金补贴，能够让所有的灾民能够有一个中继的住所。
Rebuilding homes is a complicated process that will likely take years. For now, the city is constructing temporary accommodation, like this site for those who lived in the Uranus building, just a few blocks from where their apartment once stood. For top-floor residents Lin and his wife Hualien, it will be a chance for the family to finally come back together.
希望尽快的把它建起来，然后我们大家都步入轨道嘛，重新再开始啊，或许也让你体验一下一个什么都没有的人生会是个怎么样嘛。
6 months since the quake, and the devastation it caused is still plain to see. It wasn't the city's first major earthquake, and it likely won't be the last. But those who live here have no plans to leave, saying that just like the place they call home, they are resilient. Luffy, Pichi, Chuang and Glauert for TaiwanPlus.